craziest conversations I recall having with a very dear companion of mine was that I was hearing about a relationship that was going south side between one of her friends, and that she had a boyfriend and they loved each other and all this stuff. But there was this growing resentment. The guy was feeling like he couldn't take on the mental load anymore after a few years. The lass in question was emotionally turbulent, potentially identifying with BPD or whatever, potential daddy issues. Now, they've been in a relationship for 3 years, and my dear companion was telling me that she told her that if she wanted the relationship to remain, if she wanted the relationship to grow, that the lass would need to change. And I, reflecting on that information, thought that was actually very solid advice. If you want the relationship to continue, if you want a good relationship, if you're noticing that your partner is feeling depleted, that he doesn't know if he can hold the weight of boulders on top of his shoulders anymore, that you yourself are the one who needs to change. A lot of the time, it may be possible that a lot of people point the finger and like, no, the other person needs to change. If I was the guy, I would probably look into more ways to doing that myself anyway. But the advice that my companion gave her was actually very solid. It's just so simple. And so what I am hoping to convey in this message, this TikTok, is the same thing. If you want to get the result, if you want to get to the outcome, if you want to attract what you desire, simply you are the one who needs to change. But in order to change, let's say from emotional turbulence to emotional stability, to get the outcome or result that you want, you can't not do the thing that you need to do to change. Kind of like how a lot of us normal people typically go about trying to achieve extravagant results, but somehow trying to avoid the thing that is also kind of necessary to get there. It's like saying, I want the gold, but, the big but, B-U-T, I don't want to do the thing. We definitely should not be asking how to avoid doing the thing. Of course, we should be looking for ways to not make things worse upon ourselves, negate any potential downfalls, but surely that can only be done when you actually do the thing. Move from A to B. It's kind of like saying, I want to be smart, but I don't want to have to read any books to do that. It's like asking, how can I therefore be smart? Well, if you want to be smart, you've got to read the books. Yeah, but that's too hard or whatever. I don't want to have to get into the habit of reading books. I don't want to lessen my emotional turbulence. I want to be volatile still, while still somehow having a perfect relationship. It does sound a little bit delulu. So I'm just reflecting on my companion's advice, and I just think, it's so simple, yet so dope. If you want that relationship to continue, you are the one who needs to change. Crazy shit went down after that, but I'm not judging. Had we actually made some changes, things might have been differently, had they not?